since time began, the inhabitants of this earth have engaged in a great conversation. The conversation of the ages.
The ones who live are the ones who struggle, the ones whose soul and heart are filled with high purpose. Yes, these are the living ones.
I disapprove of what you say, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
An idea that is not dangerous is unworthy of being called an idea at all.
Books may be burned, but truth, like the yearning for freedom, lives in the hearts of humble men.
We shall not cease exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and to know the place for the first
I
time.
exhort you also to take part in the great combat, which is the combat of life, and greater than every other earthly conflict.
With the birth of each child, a new voice enters this world. A voice that contributes to the melody of a song that's first notes were sung at the beginning of time. Like pilgrims marooned on an island called Earth, mankind's entire journey is propelled by our ability to build upon the contributions that others have made along the way. Progress in each generation is actually a gift from the prior one. We share the sum of our existence by the learning, perspectives, and discoveries we pass on. No accomplishment is our own, for as a man stands in this world, he stands not alone. Through the heritage of our predecessors, we discover the truths, the triumphs, and the lessons of their time. Our ageless history passes on these gifts of knowledge, but also their sacred trust that we will carry on where they left off. That our triumphs will exceed theirs, that we will learn from their failures, and that their sacrifices will ultimately become our rewards. Today, the great conversation has taken on a more frenzied pace. The early tools of stone, papyrus, and clay have been replaced by computer screens, video conferencing, and satellite communications. A discovery that once took a lifetime to circle the world now moves across the globe at the speed of light. We are now confronted with the challenge of bringing harmony to a discussion that has picked up pace, increased its noise level, and now seems to be on the verge of utter chaos. Where once we struggled to communicate, we now struggle to be heard. It is at moments like these when one voice rises above the rest. These are the defining moments in the great conversation, when one person's vision creates hope in something worth striving for, something worth sacrificing for.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win.
The strains of a voice rising above the others gives us perspective, not only as an individual, but as a world. It motivates us towards accomplishing something that no prior generation in the great conversation ever dreamed of. To venture beyond our imaginations, to break previous boundaries and begin to see ourselves for who we really are. It takes only one voice to ignite the passion, but it takes the combined efforts of many to bring about the great achievements of our time.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Today, we stand on the threshold of another moment in time. A moment when the voices of a few must rise above the rest to establish a goal that will take all of us to achieve. A purpose that will once again unite us in a common vision, to ultimately allow everyone to become contributors in the great conversation.